Every fortunate fourth grader who has gone to school in and around Fillmore County over the past 20 years has gotten to experience Museum Day.
It's a fantastic field trip that seems to make a very lasting impression on each of the students that get to experience it. Our Lance Schwartz joins us now with more in the latest installment of Lance's Journal. Lance?
All right, thanks guys. As a longtime elementary school teacher, Janet Stephenson always made sure that her students appreciated history. In 1994, Mrs. Stephenson joined forces with Ruth and Shirley Traugger in creating a special day each spring in which each fourth grader in Fillmore County would get a hands-on history lesson in Fairmont. 20 years later, Museum Day is still one of the highlights of the school year.
You know who I am?
These kids got to meet the man that Fillmore County was named after.
I am Millard Fillmore for today. So that makes me 214 years old.
In addition to meeting the 13th President of the United States, 70 fourth graders from Fillmore Central, Shirley, Exeter Milligan, and Meridian got a chance to tour a variety of hands-on stations. They learned how to make rope.
Twist it clockwise.
They found out how the pioneers made butter.
Try not to put your hands around the jar, because if you get the jar warm, it's not going to turn to butter like we want it to.
I'm doing it quickly, like chickly.
And they discovered how to make soap like they did in the good old days.
The lard that the homesteaders used came from the fat of the animals that they butchered.
A homesteader informed the students all about life in the late 1800s.
The sites are right here.
Janet Stephenson says the main focus of the event was a trip through the museum buildings in Fairmont.
We wanted them to be exposed to our museum buildings so that they would go home and tell their families all about them.
The Fairmont Creamy Company was...
I think it's a wonderful opportunity that our Historical Society has to help educate and help these students to think about history, think about their roots, think about what life was like years ago.
If you had to describe life in the 1800s with one word, what would it be?
Difficult. I would say calm. Dismal. Hard. Harsh. Stressful. Unique. Complicated. Super hard. Tough. Fun. Exciting. Dreadful. Very boring.
All in all, it was a very thought-provoking day for these young minds. How much fun have you had listening to Mr. Homesteader?
It's a lot of fun, and I never knew they had to do so many steps to load a gun.
My favorite part of the day has been when we got to twine rope together, and it was really fun.
I would just like to see how people back in the day got taught.
After 38 years of teaching, Janet Stephenson is just about ready to call it a career. But as for her beloved Museum Day, she hopes to keep bringing history alive for Fillmore County fourth graders for many years to come. And you just know that that museum field day will live on in the memory banks of those children forever and ever.
Some pretty honest and unique answers from those kids about what they thought about the day, though.
It's pretty crazy to think about how a 10-year-old thinks sometimes, huh?
Yeah, that was funny.
Good stuff.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Lance. We appreciate it.
Yep.
We'll update your forecast next.
It did.